U.S. officials have discussed sending lump sum payments to Greenlanders as part of a bid to convince them to secede from Denmark and potentially join the United States. That's according to 4 sources familiar with the matter. While the exact dollar figure and logistics of any payment are unclear, 2 of the sources said the figures ranged anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000. The idea of directly paying residents of Greenland, an overseas territory of Denmark, offers one explanation of how the U.S. might attempt to buy the island of 57,000 people. President Donald Trump has said the U.S. needs to acquire the island for several reasons, including for its minerals and for national security. Authorities in Copenhagen and Nuuk have asserted that Greenland is not for sale.
I guess my advice to European leaders and anybody else would be to take the President of the United States seriously.
U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance on Thursday said acquiring Greenland is important to the U.S.
So what we're asking our European friends to do is to take the security of that landmass more seriously, because if they're not, the United States is going to have to do something about it.
Leaders throughout Europe have reacted to Trump's comments with disdain, particularly given that the U.S. and Denmark are NATO allies, bound by a mutual defense agreement. France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Spain, Britain, and Denmark issued a joint statement this week, saying only Greenland and Denmark can decide matters regarding their relations. Here's European Union Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas on Thursday.
Of course, the messages that we hear regarding Greenland are extremely concerning, and we have had discussions also among the Europeans. If this is a real threat, and if it is, then what would be our response?
Porque es evidente que vivimos en un mundo nuevo.
Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez on Thursday said his country denounced what he called a threat to the territorial integrity of a European state.
It is evident that we live in a new world, a world that is even more multipolar, more hostile, more disorderly.
Más desordenado.
One source said White House aides were eager to carry over the momentum from the Maduro operation toward accomplishing Trump's other long-standing geopolitical goals. The Danish embassy declined to comment, and Greenland's representative office in Washington did not respond to a request for comment.